I'm going to tie up a couple of the little Mayfly emergers I found really well when I was up fishing a couple of lakes in Central Oregon. One of them was Hosmer, the other was Lava, also worked over on Wikia. But this is a really simple little fly to tie. All you need are the mustad sproats. This is a size 16. I'm using the S82 3906B, 3 extra heavy, 2 extra long 16. You'll need a little bit of the light Cahill nylon dubbing and a little ginger for size 16 hook, hackle wrap to give it a little bit of a wing pattern. And on this I'm using some Danville's 6.0. Now I'm going to cheat just a little bit. I'm going to leave a long tail sticking out here, and I'll show you why in a second. You do your standard wrap back to the bend of the hook first. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this and pull it over to one side so it stays pretty much on that side as I wrap back. When I get back to the bend in the hook, I'm going to pull a little loop in this, and I'm going to lay it right on top of the hook and do 3 or 4 forward wraps. Now if it does to you like it does to me, which is usually it jumps out from underneath the thread, you can grab it and pull it back up top center. Do a couple pulls just to get it to stay up there. Do 4, maybe 5 wraps around that piece of thread just to hold it secure. And once I do that, I'm going to pull it down on this side and I'm going to wrap it again so the tail sticks out the rear. It gives me 3 little fibers, and I'll show you what to do with those when I get done with the rest of it. And I just kind of pull them together. I'm not real worried about them staying individual because they're going to serve a tail purpose. Now, take just a little bit of the nylon dubbing. You don't want to use very much of it because this is a real small bodied little critter. You can see I don't have a whole lot here. I'm going to roll that on. Start real fine with the wrap to start back at the tail. And then just kind of wrap a nice clean forward wrap on it till you get up to what will become the thorax. We're going to bunch it up a little bit when we get into the thorax zone. So I want a little stack right here where the thorax is going to be. I'm going to grab just a little bit more, just enough to do me a little bit of a bulky thorax. So I can bulk it up just a little bit right there. Now, I'm going to take the size 16 hackle wrap that is light ginger colored, pull off the excess, get a good solid tail to wrap it down with. Do 4 or 5 wraps forward, pull it back. Now I'm going to do about 4 wraps around here with this hackle wrap. And I usually cross back and forth over it because if you don't, as it travels through the water, it can very easily form a corkscrew that twists that fly around and around and around, and pretty soon your tippet is all wrapped up in a little short reach. Secure that, 3 or 4 wraps to secure that on. Now I'm going to reach down and kind of pull the hackle wrap back out of the way. I especially want the top hackle wrap to stay nice and clean. 4 or 5 wraps on that. A couple of quick finger whips. Now I'm going to use my standard method. I don't use any glues on the heads because I don't like what it does. So I'm going to do 5 wraps, kind of loose. I'm using 6/0 thread, so I got to do this real careful. Do about 5 wraps. I'm going to go back and I'll do 5 more wraps right over the top of that. No eye blockage, nothing you have to dig out later. If it slides up a little bit on you, just thumbnail it back a little bit. Now I'm going to wrap it around my finger. I'm going to pull up on it, and that's going to cause the wraps to bed into themselves, and that takes care of the head wrap. Now I'm going to grab these 3 pieces I left out here for tail, and reach out and I'm going to cut them off maybe a 1/2 inch long. And with that done, there's your finished fly. It's a really simple little one that I found worked extremely well. Using that when there was a little mayfly hatch going on. Now I've done it in tan and I also do it in a gray. Same steps, light medium gray, almost a silvery gray, and you've got the same